everyone. We're here today with an emergency announcement.
That's right. There's a silent killer on the loose, and it could be in your home.
I'm Scott Zambelli.
And I'm Jill Webler, and we're with Team Titans out of Realty Executives in Shelby Township, Michigan.
And stay tuned, because here we are telling you about just what or who that silent killer is.
That silent killer that we were referring to is radon. If you take a look at the map here of the United States, you can tell that there's a significant amount of radon. When we look specifically, though, at the state of Michigan, you can see that there are levels of medium to high throughout the counties of southeastern Michigan, which is where we specialize in. So you may be asking yourself, what is radon? Let's go to Scott for that answer.
Thanks, Jill. So what is radon? Well, radon is an odorless and colorless gas that's been classified as a carcinogen by the EPA back in 1988. It's actually the leading cause of lung cancer for non-smokers. That's why it's so important that you know about it. What is it? Well, it breaks down in the soil, and as it breaks down, the gas gets released. It permeates into your house through your basement floor and cracks and crevices and things like that. So how do you know if you have it in your house? Well, one way is testing, which is very important, but we'll get to that in a bit. But first, Jill's going to tell us about what are the symptoms.
So if you haven't done radon testing yet, you may be asking yourself, well, what are some of the symptoms of radon poisoning? Some of the symptoms include a persistent cough, hoarseness, wheezing, shortness of breath, coughing up blood, chest pain, frequent infections like bronchitis and pneumonia, loss of appetite, weight loss, and fatigue.
Thanks for telling us about those symptoms, Jill. Now that we know what the symptoms are, let's address some of the common myths that are associated with radon. We have a list of them right here. Because that gas comes up through the basement floor, a lot of times people without basements think it doesn't affect them. However, that's not true. Even though you don't have a basement, it can still elevate up into the household itself, okay? People also think, but I live on top of a hill. Because the gas occurs from deep, they think on top of a hill might protect them, or we have sandy soil in our area, which might allow the gas to permeate more. I have an old house. They think because there's more, it's less energy efficient, maybe it releases from the house better. Or they think, oh, can I just seal the cracks in the basement? All of these are different types of myths that people have regarding radon. But the truth is, radon can occur in any structure, which is why testing is so important. And one last myth that we want to address is, if you do have radon in your house, there's always a concern that, will my house sell after radon is found? The answer is yes, because we'll be talking soon about the radon mitigation systems you can get, that once installed, your house will actually be safer than a house that never found radon. So your house is still saleable, don't worry about the value.
So you may be asking the question, how is radon measured? Well, radon is measured in units that are called picocuries per liter, or because it's a mouthful, let's just call it PCI for short. So did you know that if your house measured a level of 4 PCIs or above, that means that you need to take action. What are some sources of radon? Well, as Scott mentioned earlier, soil is one of the biggest sources. It comes in at 69.3%. Other sources include well water, indoor air, building materials, or public water. If you're thinking about doing some testing, there's two options. You can either hire a professional to come in and do the testing for you, or you can go to like a store like a Home Depot or Lowe's, and you can buy one of these kits. Now these kits range anywhere from about $13 to $20, and there's really good directions that tell you how to do step by step the testing in your own home. If you're still not convinced that you need to do radon testing, let me share this fact with you. According to the American Cancer Society, smoking cigarettes is a leading cause of lung cancer in the United States. However, it's estimated that 20,000 lung cancer deaths per year are attributed to radon exposure.
So you took Jill's advice and you got that radon test done, but now it comes back at a 4 or higher PCI per liter. What do you do now? Well, what you do is you get a radon mitigation system. It's a lot of words, but as you can see from this diagram here, it's not that complicated. A company comes in and installs a tube just going from the roof down to the basement, and what that tube does is it gives the radon gas a point of entry into the house, And using that fan at the top there, it sucks the radon gas up through the tube, out through the roof, where it's expelled safely into the atmosphere, keeping your family safe from any potential lung cancer. It's a serious issue. A lot of people don't even think about radon. It could be in your house right now. So get the test done. The fix is easy, and it actually becomes a selling point for moving forward if you have to get this installed in your house, because your house is now safer than the average house, which is usually about a 2 reading. But once you have this mitigation system in place, you're averaging usually around a 0.5. So if you have any questions, as always, give us a call. We'd be glad to talk to you. And as you can see here, this is the fix. So as you can see, there's a lot of information about radon. We just barely touched the surface.
That's right. So if you are interested in getting more information, again, you can call a professional who can guide you through the process, or pick up one of the kits and you can read more details about it within the kit itself.
And as always, you can call us directly and we can refer you to a professional if you don't know one.
That's right. I can be reached at 586-277-2145.
Or I can be reached at 586-549-6096. And as always, we're online at www.teamtitansofrealestate.com. Thanks for watching.